Aaron Rodgers, New York Jets, 2023 Super Bowl champions. The star quarterback is set, joining a Jets team already full of exciting young offensive players and a defense that was one of the top 5 in the NFL last year. The Jets, who haven't made the playoffs in 13 years and are known for not having high hopes, are now one of the favorites to win it all this year. This brings incredible pressure that the New York Jets have not felt in a decade. After trading for Aaron Rodgers, they now have to not only reach the playoffs, but honestly go far in them, because no one knows how many years the 39-year-old 4-time MVP has left to play. And Aaron Rodgers himself probably doesn't know it either. The day after the Jets introduced Rodgers to his new loving fans, Rodgers was once again teamed up with his offensive coordinator from 2019 to 2021, Nathaniel Hackett. Under Hackett, he won 2 MVPs and led one of the top offenses in EPA, expected points added per play, in those top-level seasons. Rodgers had the best 2 seasons of his career with a combined passing grade of 94.1 by PFF and amazing 9-to-1 touchdown to interception ratio and a big-time throw rate of 6.9%. It was actually a classic Rodgers in action. The lack of good quarterback play was the main reason the team didn't make the playoffs in 2022, despite having the NFL's 4th best defense by EPA allowed per play. With Rodgers, the Jets are automatically expected to make the playoffs. That's the floor. They also signed Allen Lazard and Mecole Hardman to go along with the 2022 Offensive Rookie of the Year, Garrett Wilson, and former top 5 pick, Corey Davis. Rodgers and Lazard will work well together almost instantly, and Lazard had his best season last year in Green Bay, even though Rodgers had a quote-unquote down year. Hardman will bring high speed that defenses will have to respect. They must. Despite having the worst quarterbacks in the NFL last year, Wilson managed to earn Rookie of the Year. His receiving grade was 9th best in the league, even though he had the 4th most contested targets in the NFL. Known for his ability to run routes, Wilson had the 7th most contested targets when open by a step or more, showing the inaccuracy of the quarterbacks. Rodgers will give Wilson more easy catches, leading to better results per route. A part of the Jets that's often overlooked is running back Breece Hall, who of course had a short season and was likely on his way to steal that Rookie of the Year trophy from his teammate Garrett Wilson. He only played in 7 games in 2022, but was an ultimate automatic game changer. He averaged 5.8 yards per carry, had a 19.5% explosive run rate that was the best in the NFL, and got 4 yards per carry after contact, which was also the best in the NFL at that time. He was able to do this with the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. The New York Jets have not been in the playoffs since 2010, which is the longest playoff drought among all NFL, NBA, MLB, and NHL teams. But since Aaron Rodgers joined the team, their chances of playing more than 17 games have gone up. The Jets are happy, their fans are happy, but just because you have a Super Bowl winning quarterback doesn't mean you're guaranteed to make the playoffs. If the Jets don't make the playoffs, it will definitely be seen as a failed year. So let me say that again. It does not matter what anyone says. If the New York Jets do not make the playoffs, it is a failed year. They need to make the playoffs and win games there to make the most of possibly the 1 year they have with Rodgers. Their schedule is not easy. The Jets have the 8th toughest schedule of all NFL teams. As of now, the Jets have the 7th best odds to win the Super Bowl at plus 1,800 according to DraftKings, behind the Chiefs, 49ers, Eagles, Bills, Bengals, and Cowboys. The Jets are expected to win more than 9.5 games in the regular season, and they are likely to make the playoffs. The New York Jets general manager Joe Douglas hired head coach Robert Saleh in 2021, hoping he can improve the defense and in one of the longest playoff droughts. While the Jets now have one of the best defenses in the league, they still haven't made the playoffs in 12 years. This long playoff drought led to the Jets trading for Aaron Rodgers. This gives the Jets offense consistency, creating a more balanced team that has moved up in the NFL power rankings. While the team and fans are excited for this upcoming season, the increased talent means higher expectations. This might put Douglas and Saleh in danger of losing their jobs this fall. So the biggest question is Robert Saleh in danger of losing his job? Is he on the hot seat? Let me know in the comments. But before we get further, go ahead and give us a like so we know you like our content and we're doing a good job. In many ways, Aaron Rodgers coming to the Jets saved Robert Saleh and Joe Douglas. Few would last after picking a quarterback second overall and watching him fail, absolutely fail and burn as bad as Zach Wilson has over the past 2 seasons. If it doesn't work, well then they likely have to start over in some areas, including finding a new quarterback. Few coaches or GMs get the chance to do that after not making the playoffs 3 years in a row. Douglas, hired in 2019, got a 6-year contract when he joined the Jets as a general manager. The Jets' 2020 draft class was Mekhi Becton, Denzel Mims, Ashton Davis. This lineup did not live up to expectations. Just a few years after picking up Zach Wilson, 2nd overall, and taking Elijah Moore with the 34th overall pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, Wilson looks like he could be one of the biggest NFL draft flops ever, and Elijah Moore was out here roasting Zach Wilson and was eventually traded to the Cleveland Browns this spring. The Jets are heavily favored to make the playoffs this season, and their odds to win the Super Bowl are increasing week by week. If they don't make the playoffs though, New York will likely have to make massive changes from the front office all the way to the quarterback. So here we are now, Jets fans. There's no more excuses, no more complaining that the New York Jets are cursed. You have received in your hands a Hall of Fame quarterback, and it is time to take full advantage of this incredible opportunity. You have a young core of elite weapons on both offense with Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, along with others. And then on your defense, you have probably one of the best young corners in Sauce Gardner, along with an elite defensive tackle, Quinnen Williams. Robert Saleh this season definitely has your job on the line. Do not mess this up. Everyone needs to be on the same page from beginning to end. Let me know, Jets fans, are you ready for the 2023 season? Because I certainly am ready to see what the Jets can do this year. Go ahead, like, comment, subscribe.